God continue to bless you the more as you honor this invitation. See you there. Attention please. You are cordially invited to a book launch, a very inspirational, spiritual, ethical, educational and motivational book for both young adults and older ones. The book, My Being and Calling by Captain Mother Hassan. Just like the adage goes, experience is the best teacher. Come, witness and have a copy before it's sold out. The launch date is Saturday 7th of April 2018. Venue, University of East London, Water Lane, Stratford, London, E15 4IZ. Time is from 1 p.m. prompt. Refreshment and dessert will be served and sensational Shegun Crown will be on the bandstand live. For more information, please call Pastor Elijah Kumuyi on 0798 463 4898, Pastor Olajide Oluwatoyin on 0753 524 9559. Transport information, buses 25 and 86 from Stratford. Get off at East London University, Water Lane. Come and partake in this historic event so you could proudly say, I was there. The book launch of My Being and Calling by Captain Mother Hassan. May God continue to bless you the more as you honor this invitation. See you there.
It's time for us to gather together.
I'm saying yes because yes means positivity.
I say yes to a better healthcare system because nobody's life should have to be cut short for things that can easily be fixed.
Join the movement. Say yes to a better Nigeria.
Yes to a better creative industry because it will boost our economy and make our country greater.
I'm saying yes, we can do it. About road, we can do it. About infrastructures, we can do it. Good education, yes, we can do it.
Join the movement. Say yes to a better Nigeria.
Yes to a better Nigeria.
Join the evolution by visiting the website www.yesnigeria.net.
Says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah.
Aspire Hydroton is here for me.
Oh, yes.
Everybody listening, real estate and land agents with 100% guarantee. Aspire Hydroton, now you be Baba.
Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibejuleki and its environs at Aspire Heights Creator at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All these and more are our estates with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned. And as far as Ibejuleki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction, Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction at Ibejuleki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Fort Milan Bridge, Ibejuleki Shoprite and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibejuleki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Heights Creator. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, VGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Aja, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Heights Creator says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah.
Aspire Hydroton is here for me.
Oh, yes.
Everybody listening, real estate and land agents with 100% guarantee. Aspire Hydroton, now you be Baba.
Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibejuleki and its environs at Aspire Heights Realtor at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All these and more are our estates with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned. And as far as Ibejuleki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction, Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction at Ibejuleki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Fort Milan Bridge, Ibejuleki ShopRite and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibejuleki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Heights Realtor. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, VGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Ajah, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Heights Realtor says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah.
Aspire Hydrator is here for me.
Oh, yes.
Everybody listening, real estate and land agents with 100% guarantee. Aspire Hydrator, now you be baba.
Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibejuleki and its environs at Aspire Heights Realtor at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All these and more are our estates with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned. And as far as Ibejuleki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction, Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction at Ibejuleki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Fort Milan Bridge, Ibejuleki ShopRite and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibejuleki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Heights Realtor. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, VGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Ajah, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Heights Realtor says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah.
Aspire Hydrator is here for me.
Oh, yes.
Everybody listening, real estate and land agents with 100% guarantee. Aspire Hydrator, now you be baba.
Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibejuleki and its environs at
Thank you for tuning to Noble People Television this evening. Thank you for your support all the time. We do appreciate you from Noble People Television House. And we hope that you've had a lovely day so far. Today is another day where on our program, Women of Valor. First of all, I want to apologize for the last 2 weeks because last week and 2 weeks ago, we were not on air due to other work commitment. But thanks to God, we're here again and we are back. And we hope that you enjoy this program. So please do share and invite your friends and families, all the people on your contacts. Please do invite them so we can all come together and share knowledge today as usual. Today, I will be speaking on the topic which I titled Seeking Solution. On Women of Valor today, we are going to talk about seeking solutions. That is how women do seek solution in their home when there is problem, or when they are going about when they're having one problem or the other, whether things is going right or things is going wrong. How do we seek, what sort of advice do we seek, and what sort of solution do we seek? Now, I'm going to talk generally on the major thing that is very common among women when there is an issue or problem in the home. Don't forget the title is Seeking Solution. A woman in the house, whether you are married or you are single, you are still a woman. As long as you are of matured age, you are an adult, this program has got to do with you, because you're going to learn one thing or the other. We also want our men to join as well. Men all over the world, please join into this program. It's not just only for women, as I always say, that it might be useful for you any day, anytime, when you want to advise maybe your daughter, maybe your sister, or you just want to intervene in a relationship or family friend situation. You can use some of the advices or that you have learned on this program. It's just not a one-way thing. We do have people that contribute online and do share their opinion as well, and we do value every comment that is being shared. So please continue to contribute and continue to share this program, and continue to type in your comments as we go along. Now, seeking solution. As I was saying earlier, the major route by which women do seek solution is to run to their spiritual father. Not necessarily now the spiritual father in the assembly where they worship, either you are a Christian or you're a Muslim or you're other worshiper as well. Any woman at any point in time that is having any problem, we want to go to people that they know that can support them in a way to assist them spiritually to be able to seek solution to the problem that is happening in the house, in their home, or in their life at a particular point in time. There could be various problems. It could be infertility problem. It could be maybe you're of age and you're not married, or you're looking to get married, or you're once married and you're looking to remarry, or or maybe even problem between you and your husband, or problem between you and your fiancé, or problem over your children. These are some of the problems that will make a woman to try and seek solution and seek help. Now, I want to first of all identify some of the issues that we face, that women face when they go seeking solution and looking for, prophecies, so to say. Running around is not only in church that you have prophecy. When somebody can foresee the future, so to say, that we put it that, some spiritualist in any form, maybe not just a Christian, maybe in a Muslim way as well, this thing is, is there. They have the imams that do have, this gift, or somehow how they can see to the problems that you are having and tell you solutions and, ask you to do one thing or the other. And also there are other spiritualists that people do run to in seeking solution to their problems. Now, a woman will go and seek solution. Maybe if there is a confusion in the family over an issue, maybe you are not sure. Sometimes even instead of calling, say for example, the confusion is between us and our husband or in our home. Instead of sitting together and talking things through, we rather want to run to a prophet or a soothsayer or a spiritualist to tell us, what our husband is thinking, or what they are doing, or why they are behaving in certain ways that we think is irrational or is not normal. When we go seeking prophecy, sometimes we do go to run into spiritualists to be able to gain power and authority in our home. It's not strange that we have women trying to say that they want to be in control. They want whatever they say to the husband is what they want to be final. They just want to be authoritative in the house, and they don't want the man to kind of, turn them down, whatever they request. We've heard stories where they will say they use something to collect money from men or something like that. This is also part of seeking solution to poverty or some sort of problems. Some people go seeking solution in order to gain supernatural powers. Maybe we think we are women, we're being treated as a weaker vessel, and we want to be seen as being strong, or so that, men or even our colleague wouldn't be able to cheat us. We want to gain some sort of spiritual powers, and then we go running to spiritualists to say, I want to do this kind of a thing. And, this is why some people do get some kind of spirit. I know in some parts of the world, maybe in the Western world, some of the things I'll be mentioning might be a little bit, even though it's all over the world that we, all these kind of diabolical powers that are around, might be a bit strange when I mention some of the things like witches and this and that. But some people do go seeking for this kind of thing as well. Sometimes anxiety about the future will make a woman to go seeking spiritual powers. Anxiety about what will happen in my future. What am I doing now? I feel my life is stagnant. I feel I'm not moving forward. Somebody needs to help me to find solution. And then we go to see spiritualists, either a pastor or a prophet or an imam or other, spiritualists as well. Maybe the palm readers and all sort of, forum that is available. We go to see spiritualists to seek solution to problem, maybe even financial problems sometimes. We will say, okay, maybe they'll be able to tell us why we are not financially stable like our mates, or maybe if you have a friend that is very, well-to-do or got a bit more cash than us, we feel, okay, why is our own like this? I need to go to someone to help me and help me look into my future, search my life. Maybe there is somebody behind it, because from certain parts of the world, we believe anything that is wrong or not going well in our life is due to some sort of evil power or something like that. So because we have this belief in us, we will go trying to seek solution in some other ways, because we believe we can only fight this kind of power in a spiritual way. But then we go looking for where they can tell us what is going to happen in our future, what has happened, and, the solution to all these problems. Marital problem also is another problem that makes a woman to go seeking solution to be able to resolve the marital issues. Another thing that makes a woman to go seeking spiritual solution or seeking for prophecy is children's disobedience, and, this will, maybe if you have children that are not cooperative, that are not doing well in school, we believe most especially when we come from a polygamous house like family, like other parts or some parts of the world, like Africans, we, that there might be a man marrying to more than one wife, and we'll believe if the one child is not doing well, is the other woman that is behind it, or, vice versa. So we go now to seek, spiritual help. Okay, I would now like to analyze the damages that we bring to our life when we go seeking prophecy and spiritual solution for our life. Let's say, for example, a woman that has got infertility problem. Instead of going to the doctors, if your belief is that there is somebody that is behind you, no matter what medicine or whatever test they're asking you to undergo, you're not going to be interested in it because you believe. Some people will even tell you, this is not a medical matter. This is somebody and somebody that is doing me because, they've gone to someone and they've already, brainwashed them and told them that somebody is actually behind their infertility problem. While I am not ruling out completely that there could be some power or there are some powers in that sense that could cause these problems, but everybody just wants to believe in certain part of the world that any problem at all, the first solution they're going to seek is looking around them, looking at who doesn't like them, looking at who hate them, looking at their mother's enemies or their father's enemies that could be responsible for the problem that they are facing in life. But what could be the outcome of going into this kind of forum could be you could get more than you bargained for. It could end you up being promiscuous. It could end you up, being untrustworthy with your partner. You could end up being, breaking your own marriage vows if you are married. Even if you're not married and you just want a child and you believe the forum and where you can, seek solution is to run to a prophet or to this imam or to the spiritualist to give you this medicine or to look into your future or look behind in the past and see who is behind this problem. If that is your belief, then you will be subjected to being brainwashed and you will be believing everything that they tell you. There was an incident that the spiritualist that the lady went to see actually, ended up sleeping with this woman because what, he said was he will be the one to open the way for the baby to come and it's not the husband. Even you can subject your life to kind of a control that they will tell you that you shouldn't sleep with your own husband even during this period because then that will disrupt, the process of the I won't, the spirit that is working with you. You will be brainwashed and you will be so bombarded with all these kind of things that you will believe everything that they're saying is true. Okay, so while you yourself would not in your normal self be happy with these things, but you could be put under a spell that you will not be able to detach yourself easily, and this is just all because you were the one that go there in the first place, to seek solution to your problem. So there are so many things that some people have been given some bad concussion that eventually damages their health, and at the end of the day, at least they had good health before, but because of all these kind of medications and things, herbs that they've given them has caused them problem. Some marriages has ended up in jeopardy because the wife has been instructed that the husband should not sleep with them. So in a way, they will revisit the husband all the time. So some homes has been broken due to that. Some ended up in divorce. Some ended up in just, living as cohabitants. So these are some of the damages that it could cause if you, just under the example of going to seek spiritual help for infertility. Now, another thing is, if you want to get married as a lady or as a woman and you want to go seeking the face of a spiritualist, not the face of God now, because spiritualist is who you go to because you really don't need someone to intercede between you and God in whichever way or your religion that you practice to call on the name of God. But then things that has happened in this way has been that the spiritualists will end up marrying them. There has been this local spiritualist that has got so many wives, and this was due to be, the fact that the ladies will go to him looking for a husband, and the things that he will do for them, we actually, make them to be love portion, so they say, and they will end up being the wife of this man. That is not the intention why they went, but because they went seeking spiritual help, seeking solution from a spiritualist. So they were meant to believe. And some, even if they don't end up marrying you or sleeping with you now, what they will say, they might say to you, or maybe some ladies, if they are dating 2-3 men, they will now write the list of the name of the men and give to spiritualists, maybe spiritual father. Oh, he's very hot. He can see heaven from earth and everything. And then they will start to tell you stories. This man you shouldn't marry. Somebody was given a testimony to say, before the lady actually that cried out to say, when she wanted to get married, she gave the name of the man to be married to a spiritual father. And the man said to her, this man's star is very low, that is got a reduced star, that nothing is going to come out of this person's life. But apparently it happens that this particular man is one of the leaders, in our country, Nigeria, today. So the lady now spoke out to say the man has misled her, and that it was the reason why she didn't end up marrying, because she believed so much in the prophecy that was given. So what we made to believe is to, that whatever they say to us is true, because they know that your belief and your faith is so much attached to them. That is the reason why you came to them in the first place, seeking this, you want to look into your future, you want to know what is going to happen, you want to know whether this man is going to be good or whether it's going to be, you can do some sort of assessment yourself. You will always know if a man is going to be good or if a man is not going to be good. I know some can pretend to be good initially and ended up being bad, but there's no how a man can so much pretend that you will not notice certain habits that will be their usual, habit when you marry them. And if it is not what you really like and you're not willing to work with them on it, because nobody is perfect, then then you're not compatible in certain ways. So you don't need anyone to tell you. Say, for example, now, if you're a lady and you said, okay, I don't have enough money, my money always finish before the end of the month, and you think you want to go and seek spiritual help for that, you want to go to a prophet to tell you who is behind you, that like you have an empty pocket or something. First of all, I think you should make an assessment of your own expenditures and see how much you do, because some of us will live above our means. We spend more than we earn. If this is the lifestyle you're living as a woman, there is no way you're going to make ends meet, because if you earn 1,200 in a month and your total outgoings in a month is even 1,200 or 1,300, definitely you will be at a loss, you will be on a negative at the end of every month. So you don't need a spiritualist for that. You just need to write down, the list of what you spend your money on, and see what is necessary, what you need to cut down on, and try and practice. Do something with yourself and pray, and see how you can be so determined to better your life, your expenditures. You don't need a spiritualist to do that. Somebody doesn't necessarily have to be behind your case before you have an empty pocket. It could just be due to your mal spending or the way you spend. Some of us ladies, there is nothing that is going on around us that are like ashwebi or uniform that you will not buy. You want to buy everything looks good to you, no matter how you have a disease to say no. That means you don't know how to refuse anything. Anything you offered, you take. Anything you offered, you take. Even if you don't have the money, sometimes you go and borrow. So these are the areas. You don't need to go to a prophet or an imam or any spiritualist to help you with this. And if you know you're not living too far above your. Maybe you need to look at the job you're doing. Maybe you need to see whether you can improve your life skill. Maybe you have to get other part-time job. Maybe you need to change job. Maybe you need to, educate yourself the more and better your life, and, give yourself upgrade yourself a little bit, because if you are doing the same thing, if you have the same qualification this year and for 5 years, and you're doing the same job for 5 years, you want to go for a senior position. If people around your organization is getting promotion and you're not getting promoted, you've got to do something. You've got to think, why are they promoting them? It's not because they hate you. It's not because somebody's snitching about you. It's just simply because you have not upgraded yourself. And this is what you need to do. So there are certain problems we women will face that comes in our day-to-day life that we thought it is because somebody is behind it. And then we start giving ourselves unnecessary, unreasonable pressure and running around and visiting one pastor and one prophet, and and when we go, the end result is always not very palatable. Before I move on, I would like to acknowledge and appreciate people that is online with me today. Monica Fron, thank you for joining us today. I hope you had a good day at training. Well done. Ogungbe Adebolaro Timi is watching all the way from Nigeria. Thank you for joining in. My big brother, Mr. Balarabe Olugenga Adeshoko, is watching all the way from America. Thank you very much. And Oba Olanrewaju Jimo is watching. Thank you for joining us, Oba. Mr. Dimeji Majek is watching. Thank you very much. Sheun Adeoye is watching. My cousin, thank you for joining in. Benny Abu, thank you. Good evening to you too. Sheun says, nice one, auntie. Thank you too. Thank you, cousin. Mr. Ayola Ababa is watching. Thank you. Festus Mansari, thank you, guy. How you doing? Hope you're well. My sister is watching as well. Mrs. Olori Moninu Oladipo. Thank you for joining in, sister. Mr. Wale Akiyele is watching. Thank you. Michael Ola Omowa is watching as well. Thank you. My sister is watching as well. Mrs. Ola Awolesi. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Michael Nwa said, if you keep doing the same thing over and over, you will get the same result exactly. And Olorimoni say, well done, my sis. Thank you, sis. Thank you all for joining us on this program. Yes, if you keep doing the same thing over and over, if nothing changes, if you don't change things around you, things will always remain the same because you didn't change anything. If you're doing the same job, you'll be earning the same money. So if you want to upgrade yourself, you've got to change your situation, you've got to change your position. It's not everything that happens to us that is not positive, that it is people that is behind it. Because this is always, this is what women always think of. And this is why we go around seeking solution from spiritualists. Now, other problem that this could cause between husband and wife is a big disagreements and argument, because if you visit a spiritualist, men doesn't usually do things like this. It's women. So this is why we're treating this topic on Women of Valor, women's program, because if you go to some women have been brainwashed and told that their husband is using their star, and that is why their husband is making it, and that is why they're not making it. There is, well, I'm not going to say there is nothing like using somebody's star, because there could be. I cannot be ignorant of that, but I am saying this is not the first thing that we, should think of. If our husband is better than us, there are some situations that the wife's finances could be better than the husband. So does it mean you as a wife is using the husband's star? If you will see the man running to spiritually saying, my wife is using my star, is there any way, or what can you do? But women, we believe, yes, we should do well. But if you are malicious and thinking that you should be better than your husband, I don't know if that is what you believe, but then you got to work harder to, so you can get the result. It's not for you to think because, and you use the report that you've been given through visiting spiritualists and cause problem in your house. If you have children, to the extent that some children will be dragged into this kind of problems and they wouldn't know which side to take, because sometimes it is because you've been told that your husband is this. Some people will not even have any evidence of anything. They will accuse the man of infidelity, of being trustworthy, of being promiscuous, just because somebody prayed for them and say, oh, your husband is having an affair. Is this, what time does your husband comes in? And maybe the man is the type that will work late, or have meetings in the night and stuff like that. And if the moment you say, oh, it is 1 o'clock, no, he's not working, it is because of this. This kind of forum has destroyed so many homes. And this is what we're trying to advise against, that women should look for immediate solution around them first. Look at the cause of any problem that you're having in your home and try and solve it. Communication is the key to a successful marriage. Try and communicate with your partner, with your husband, and you will see that majority of the problem that escalated even to divorce can easily be amended, because the two of you cannot work together in the first place if you don't agree. So if there isn't any form of love initially, there wouldn't be anything called marriage or relationship. So you should always go back and think for the first love that you have for each other, and use this and let this be your almanac, let it guide you towards whatever issues you have between you, rather than running behind, because things that you're going to do, some they will give you some portions and that you should take to your house. Some they will even give you something to put in the food for your husband. All these things are not. What if they give poison? So some women will visit the spiritualists to say their house is hot because their mother-in-law, is giving them problems, and maybe the man now will say, have you got any child? Do you not want? They will ask you questions that will give them the opportunity to say something, but you will see that majority of the message that you will go with is not always a solution. It will always be something to upset you, to make sure that your home is destroyed in some ways. There was all the solution that you think you're seeking is not at the end of the day going to be a solution at all. It's going to be the beginning of another big problem. There was a little story about a lady that is living with the mother-in-law and the husband. And the mother-in-law and the wife, they always at loggerhead, always fighting, always arguing. The man will come home in the evening and will have to listen to the wife, everything that happened from morning till night. And then the mother will put the husband, the son, and, narrate our part of the story. The man doesn't know what to do. And one day, the lady now, which is the wife, went to a spiritualist and said to the man and said, would you give me some herbs? My mother-in-law is not making me to enjoy my marriage. She is a thorn in my flesh and she's choking me. The man said, okay, I know what you want. Gave some herbs. And he said, before these herbs could work, you must squeeze a bit of this in your mother-in-law's cooking every day. Make sure before you finish the cooking, you squeeze it in her food and then, you give it to her. Don't eat out of it. But for this to work, I will give you some instructions. You need to pretend like you love her, so that when she eventually passed, they will not suspect you. So you have to pretend like you love her. You need to love her. You need to kiss her in the night. Just, give her a peck, serve her food, wash her clothes, and, sweep her room, tidy up, do her hair for her. Just make sure you're very friendly, because otherwise, when the deed is done, you will be number one suspect, because you're always, fighting. So the lady went away happy that she's got a solution to her problem. And at the end of the day, the man said anyway to come back after 6 weeks. So 6 weeks is, after 3-4 weeks, because the lady was observing all the instructions that the herbalist was giving to her, she realized that the mother-in-law changed towards her as well, and the love began to grow between them. So the husband will come home and they will be happy and was wondering what is going on in this house. So the family was, so united and they were happy. So at the end of the 5th week, the lady now ran back to the herbalist and said, please, I have been using the medicine you gave me to give my mother-in-law, but is there anything you can give me to reverse all the medicine the poison that I've deposited in her system, because I really don't want her to die anymore. She's like my mother. She loves me. She cares about me. She's always chatting with me. She's cuddling me. She's helping me in the house and this and that. So the man said, so you do not want her to die anymore? She said, no, please. If anything you can do, I will pay you any amount. So the man said, I have not given you a poison in the first place. The herbs I gave you was actually vitamins. He said, what has actually done the trick for you is the love that you have shown to your mother-in-law. You showed those love in pretense, but now carry on. Even if you want to believe that you're pretending, just carry on doing what you're doing. He said, no, it's no longer a pretense, that she's used to doing what she's doing. And this is how this family issue was sorted. If she has gone to a very bad man, they will have given her medicine to kill the mother-in-law, and, no one really wants to die just because you want to go and, stay with your son or just to go and visit them. So this is why I'm saying that there are, initial solutions that we can look around. Sometimes we tend to say, oh, it's my sister-in-law that is very harsh. She's not good. She doesn't like me. Do you like them? People that are supposed to be like sisters to you, like you've gained more sisters, we see them as enemy. As a woman of valor, we need to be, loving. We need to show love in our home. We shouldn't see, I've said this before, our husbands or, partners, relatives as our enemy. We shouldn't see them as someone that is going to cause trouble between us and our husband. Some of us will have stepchildren in our home. We shouldn't see our stepchildren, we treated this as well some weeks back, as enemy. We shouldn't hate them. We should love them and show them love, so love can grow in our family. Before I go any further, I'm going to go on a short break, just 1 or 2 minutes. Please don't go anywhere. I'll be right back just after 2 minutes. Thank you for staying tuned.
Creator at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All this and more are our estate with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned. And as far as Ibeju Lekki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction. Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction at Ibeju Lekki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Fort Milan Bridge, Ibeju Lekki ShopRite, and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibeju Lekki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Heights Creator. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, VGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Aja, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Heights Realtor says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah.
Aspire Heights Realtor is here for me.
Oh, yes.
Everybody listening, real estate and land agents with 100% guarantee. Aspire Heights Realtor, now you be baba.
Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibeju Lekki and its environs at Aspire Heights Realtor at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All this and more are our estates with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned. plan, and as far as Ibejuleki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction, Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone, and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction at Ibejuleki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Fort Milan Bridge, Ibejuleki ShopRite, and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibejuleki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Heights Creator. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, VGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Ajah, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Heights Realtor says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah.
Aspire Hydrator is here for me.
Oh, yes.
Everybody listening, oh. Real estate and land agents with 100% guarantee. Aspire Hydrator, now you be baba.
Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibejuleki and its environs at Aspire Heights Realtor at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All these and more are our estates with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned. And as far as Ibejuleki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction, Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone, and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction at Ibejuleki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Fort Milan Bridge, Ibejuleki ShopRite, and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibejuleki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Heights Creator. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, VGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Ajah, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Heights Realtor says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah.
Aspire Hydrator is here for me.
Oh, yes.
Everybody listening, oh. Real estate and land agents with 100% guarantee. Aspire Hydrator, now you be baba.
Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibejuleki and its environs at Aspire Heights Realtor at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All these and more are our estates with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned. And as far as Ibejuleki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction, Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone, and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction at Ibejuleki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies.
Television. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you. Please share this program with all your friends and family. Invite your friends to join us. We nearly at the end of today's program, but you can still share with your contacts so everybody, we can all benefit from this program. Another example that I've written down here that I would like to share with you so that you know, majority of time when we go seeking for solutions with either, herbalists, spiritualists, that could cause problem. There was a couple that was living, obviously this is, back in Africa again, this example. And the wife said she's been having some funny dreams that could not be explained, and she just wanted a solution, basically. She wants somebody to see what the reason for all the dreams and whatever problems, When you go telling the spirituality this kind of thing, they know you are hungry for something. And whether it is true or not true, they're going to cook up something for you to eat. And you're going to really well swallow it because you are hungry for it. So they're going to give it. So the man said, the spiritualist says to her, oh, it is your husband that is behind it. He actually wanted to use you for money rituals. So he's been drawing your blood slowly. Of course, the woman, flared up and he said, what will I do? How would I know? The man said, no, you first need to know that I'm telling you the truth. So what the man did was, he asked the woman to go and buy a coconut. And then the woman did, returned the coconut. He said he needs to work on the coconut for some days and the woman should come back and collect it. So when the woman went back to collect the coconut, the man gave it and said, put this coconut, under your pillow or near where you are sleeping, and you are going to see, and then bring the coconut back in the following morning. So the woman went and did just as the man said. So in the presence of the woman, the man broke the coconut, and in the middle of the coconut was blood. The water that is normally inside the coconut is blood, has turned red. And the woman just flared up like, But the actual thing that happened was when the woman took the coconut to the man to work on, he has actually, through the little 3 holes there, injected some sort of dye, like a red something, because I think the case went really bad that the husband took it very, very seriously, because obviously you told the woman something like that. She's not the one that is going to keep quiet. She went home, and then of course there was problem, and the woman was forced to take them to where and how this thing was, and this is how the secret, because it becomes a police case. So these are the kind of thing. But now, will the man now wanted to love and trust the same woman? So you can see, even if the man did take the woman back, there will be a lot of damages in that relationship and that love. And I'm sure maybe 50% of men will say, no, I am done, because this one can kill me. Because if she hasn't reacted that way, the woman can decide and say, before you kill me, I'll kill you first. So these are the kind of thing that we can get if we go looking for spiritual powers and looking for spiritual lists and prophecies all around, the place for any little problem that we are facing in our home. Some of us, we will write the name of our husband, our partners, and start distributing it around to pray all because, I don't want him to look into another woman's face. I don't want him in the future when he gets the money to marry another woman. These are the things that women does, but as a woman of valor, you don't have to go to this extent for you to have a happy home. The people that we have, women, it's not all marriages that are not good. We have good ones around that we can see, and and I'm telling you, there is no good marriage that you're seeing from outside there that is 100%. Everybody is working towards what is, not right in their home. Every woman is building their home. Every wise woman is building their home. They are not exposing their secret. They are not. They're kind of supporting their husband's inadequacies and imperfection. You are not perfect as a woman. So also is your husband is not made to be perfect. That is why you were made to support him in the journey. And you are both agreed to go and embark on this journey. So you should work together as a couple, as one, rather than, seeing each other as enemy of each other and started, some couples don't even discuss. They don't have anything in common to talk about. Everybody will go to work, and when they come back home, the iPad or the iPhone or this and either has become everybody's friend. I think as a woman, you should bring back the spice in your home. You should bring back the discussion if this is the way things is happening in your home. Talk to your husband in a very respectful way. Some of us, we respect our spiritual fathers in a way that if we give half of those respects to our husband at home, we will probably have the best home that we never dream of. But we rather listen to the control, because when you go to people and reference them as your prophet, as your spiritual list, as spiritual fathers, and whatever they say to you is the final, and whatever they say to you is what you do in your home. No man wants another man to control or dominate their home indirectly, because this is what you're doing. You're giving the authority that belongs to your husband in your home to your spiritual father. It's okay to give honor to whom honor is due. I'm not saying disrespect and don't listen to ministers of God advice. That is not what I am saying. But I am disabusing, I am disagreeing with you respecting your spiritual father, the prophets that you run to when seeking solution, and you are disrespecting your husband at home. It is not right. If you respect your husband, you will have a good home, because there is a saying, which is not just a saying, it's something that is practicable, that it is not food that makes a man to be happy and loves you, because he could go to the best canteen and eat the best food of his meal that even can cook better than you. And it is not just sex as well that makes, a man to be happy with you and love you, because he could have as many girlfriends and satisfy himself, not even having to come to you. But every man, your husband, somebody that married you or somebody that is going to marry you, need you to respect them. They need you to honor them, and, want to feel like they are the man, they are the head in the family. Because I know you can still share certain responsibility and roles, but respect is reciprocal. If you respect your husband, they will respect you back. You're not going to respect someone and they will treat you like trash. But if you're so disrespectful and the only person you respect is your spiritual father and the people that give you order and take authority of your home, then it's not going to work, because one way or the other, your husband will know and find out that there is another person in this marriage or in this relationship. And some of us that are still looking for one thing or the other as women, I would say there are, the ways that we're talking about today is not your first option, is not the best solution. I will say, advise you that whatever your religion is, you believe in God, you should call on the name of God. You should learn how to pray. You should learn how to seek the face of God as a woman of valor. You need to be a prophetess in your own home. You need to be able to pray for your children. Before God could reveal anything to your spiritual father, you as a woman of valor, if you are a prayerful woman, God will reveal to you first. And you can pray. Even if you ask a spiritual father to join you in prayer, you asked your husband first to join hand with you in prayer. But we tend to think they are not concerned, and we rather than asking, you and your husband are the one that, God has given these children to. But if there's any problem, the first person you call is your spiritual father. Why not the father of the child? Why not your husband? Why can you not agree together and pray? You should, if you're prayerful, I believe if anything is going to, happen in your home as well, God can reveal to you in so many ways, and you will save yourself all the hardship and all of the horror of going to spiritualists. We've seen, I have some pictures here that I wouldn't want to be, showing on Noble People Television, but most of you must have seen them as well on the social media, where pastors are praying for people, they're touching their private part, they are laying on top of them, all in the name of prayer. Some people will say there was a pastor that gathered women together of his congregation, their spiritual father as well, and teaching the women in the church how they should make love with their husband. I didn't see that in the Bible or in any book of God, whatever spiritual book you're using for your religion. I haven't heard where that happens. And these are the things, because these women have been brainwashed. They have so much belief and depend on this spiritual father that even he asked them to gather together, and he was using them example one after the other. I mean, that is how you won't see men doing these things, these women. And this is why we are treating this program, this topic on women's program, all because the spiritual father has seen many women that are complaining, my husband doesn't give me time, and all he will say is maybe you're not good in bed, that is why your husband, you can't say or pray for me because my husband is having an affair. He will say maybe you're not, and he gathered them all together and he was teaching them how they need to make love with their husband at home. And I don't know how that was recorded, but the video was there and was going viral sometimes last year. So these are some of the things that we really don't need. And also we could be out of pocket because you will be adding pain upon injury. The hard-earned money that you really work hard for, they will ask you to bring money. When you write list of names of men that you want to marry, oh please, the spiritual father should help you pray which one you should go and sleep with or get pregnant for, or which one you should marry, which one has got a brighter future. They will ask you to pay money, because they need their time. If you have to pray and fast to seek the face of God, you could easily do this thing. Even if you cannot fast on the 3 o'clock, God is not wicked. He created you. He knows what is good for you. And you just need to exercise your faith as a woman of valor. Be a prophetess in your own home. Be someone that will wake up in the morning and pray for your husband. Be the one that will wake up in the morning and pray for your children. Be the one that will wake up in the morning and tell your husband what God has revealed to you without adding. Because when you go to pray with someone under someone's any spiritualist, and you're telling them, you have come for vision, they know, and they're going to tell you something, but what you're going to go home with is not going to be, oh, your husband is a lovely man, oh, he's looking after. No. It must be something that will disrupt your mind, something that will make you to really go and tie your loins to say, okay, we are in it for battle. We don't need this, and by doing this we are stressing ourselves up. It could affect our health, it could affect our job. Then we will go to work, we cannot concentrate, we'll be thinking, how can he do this to me, how can she, most especially in the polygamous setting of home. So this is very, very common, where a man will marry to 2, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6 wives, as some religion do permit it as well. So, but all I'm saying in essence is, do not go running to spiritualists for any problem that you're facing as a woman. You can pray, and your prayer will be answered as you seek the face of God, or either you're a Muslim or you're a Christian, whichever way you call in the name of God. But, the way that I know to call on the name of God, He answers. And I believe if you do such as well, then we will not be encouraging. Most of us women are the one encouraging some of the pastors, even those that haven't got the power, the anointing of prophecy. We pushed them because we want them to tell us something. As a woman of valor, please dissociate yourself from this. You can decide to say, if 10 people are doing certain things, if you as a person said, I'm no longer going to be part of this group, then it's reduced to 9. If another person says, well, I have learned something today, I am not going to be a part of this, then it is 2. Then we will not go about, attacking each other through spiritual forum. Oh, she's done this to me, she's done that to me, and then they will be collecting the money from everybody and they will be making a fortune for themselves. So before I go, I would like to acknowledge other people that have joined us on this program. Superior Evangelist Ebenezer, thank you very much for joining us on this program. Sister Oluwalo Shetaiwo, thank you very much. Daddy Dr. Amos Adepoju, thank you, Daddy. God bless you, sir. Adebusola Olaiton is watching as well. Thank you, cousin. Thank you, bless you. Fumilola Adepoju Ajayi is watching from Nigeria. Thank you very much, my dear. Soji Adene is SOJ. Thank you for watching all the way from Nigeria. Miss Adiola Prosper is watching. Thank you very much, sister. God bless you. Mr. Yinka Ajishebutu is watching as well. Thank you. And Sister Adejoke Kokayofe Jesu is watching as well. Thank you very much. Daddy said, well done, my niece. We hope women of valor will heed this advice given. May God bless all relationships. Thank you, that God bless you. Mr. Olatempo Olasekpe is watching. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you for your support. Thank you for tuning in. So please continue to share this program. Thank you all very, very much for joining us on Women of Valor program on Noble People Television. Until next week, Monday again, when I'll be coming your way. Please stay blessed and please don't go seeking for spiritual power, for you to be brainwashed, for you to be disorganized, for your marriage to be broken, for your home to be broken, for your children to be, for spells to be cast upon your children. Just pray to God on your own. And as you do so, God will answer your prayer. My name is Yetunde Oleyinka Okeshola. God bless you, and I'll see you next week, Monday, by His grace.
Milan Bridge, Ibejuleki Shoprite, and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibejuleki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Heights Creator. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, VGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Ajah, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Heights Realtor says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah.
Aspire Heights Realtor is here for me.
Oh, yes.
Everybody listening, real estate and land agents with 100% guarantee.